Peace and love. Peace and love. We got a little something different today. As you can tell by the title, Biz been going through a lot of stuff. But I had to make some changes within me to become a better version of myself. And one of the things that I was using for a big coping mechanism was smoking weed. And I got to a place where I just had to let it go. I'm going to break all that down to this video and explaining why I let it go and the reasons on that's basically how I got to this space. But before I get there, I want to say that I'm not frowning on anybody that does smoke weed. I'm not trying to say for people who can handle it, like, yo, it's a bad thing. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not saying that whatsoever, because it has great benefits, great health benefits, and is extremely helpful for people that can manage it and for people that really, really need it. But for me personally, I've abused it, and it got me to where I am right now, and I had to cut it out for many good reasons. Now, I'm gonna take you guys back, right? For people who don't know, I was shot in the face in 2017, and I don't speak on it much because it's in the past. But a lot of people think that was like one of the worst things that has happened. Unfortunately, that's not even top 5 on the list for me. So many other things have happened after that event that has put me in a space of just trying to survive and not even want to be here on this earth, just wanting to take myself out. But I've tried to manage as much as possible. Because of my kids is the main reason I'm still here to this day. And a lot of people don't know, because I hide emotions and hide feelings extremely well. Like extremely well. And one of the things that was helping me hide it was smoking. Unfortunately, it got to a space where I genuinely was running from reality. Got to a space where I felt like I was always taking the high road in every situation, giving people unconditional love, giving situations unconditional love. And when I was getting the short end of the stick, it made me want to turn a corner. It made me want to do some things to people, bring that villain side out of me. Because, it's like they say people who have a very kind heart, that's very peaceful people, have a completely different side that can be extremely dangerous. And I know for a fact I've had some of those sides, but I didn't want to put any of that on anybody. So many situations have happened where I just go smoke. And in the beginning, when I was first introduced to it, like, I was never a drinker, never a smoker. I was just a living being, just doing the best I can and just enjoying. I remember my first time smoking, I was playing 2K with my guy, and I got in tears immediately because I said, damn, I can feel my face. Like, my face felt normal again. It's relaxed, because the pills they were giving me, I was on 6 to 8 pills every 4 hours. And I despise taking pills. Anything that's man-made, I'm not for it. And people around me were saying, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I'm like, no, there gotta be other options. Like, I am extremely stubborn. I don't like being told what I should be doing, what I need to be doing. Like, this is my body. There's no way in the world that you can tell me what I need to do with my body. You're not in me. You're not experiencing what I'm experiencing. So I ended up cutting myself off from taking those pills and started smoking. In the beginning, it was like, all right, this is truly helping. I was happy about it. I was smiling. was just maybe get an eighth every week. And after a while, I'm like, nah, we need to get this to normal. Smoking an eighth every 4 days, every 3 days. Even when I didn't have the proper funds, I'm like, yo, we gonna go get some weed today. Like, we gonna go smoke because it puts you in like a happy place. It kind of allows you to escape the reality of what's going on. And often, didn't realize, like, I say this in bike life all the time, you can only escape for so long. You gotta face what you're going through head on. I mean, preach that all the time, but subconsciously, I wasn't living it with myself. And it took a lot of deep self-reflection and analyzing to realize, like, yo, you have to make some changes. And the dreams I was having, it was like, I started having dreams where it was telling me, yo, you got to put this down because you're not where you want to be. You're not where you need to be. At the same time, you're right where you're supposed to be. It's so weird even saying this because my mind was telling me that you can still get through this. No matter what the situation is, you can still do this. You can still be the best version of yourself. Like, if you'd have told me a year ago that I'd have stopped smoking, I'd have been like, boy, you tripping. Smoking the rest of my days. Snoop Dogg, get out of the situation. Like, nah, we turned up. But I never liked just smoking in front of people. If you know me, then you know we smoke, have a good time, have some great conversation, and it's just a vibe. But I spend so much time alone and isolated that I get stuck in my own head to the point where it's like, hey, we gonna go smoke, man. We gonna go smoke just to numb the feelings that you're going through. Couple of examples of some things that have happened afterwards, like losing a kid, like stillbirth. Like, that was a tough situation. And then still trying to take care of the household, still trying to be a father, still trying to be a husband at the time, while dealing with someone who was just dealing with so much trauma in herself that it was being pushed towards me. And for me to stay calm, like, I didn't want to disrespect anybody, I didn't want to cuss at nobody, I didn't want to hit nobody. For me to stay calm, I go smoke. It was times where it was so much anger built up in me where I can literally feel my hands just shaking. And I'm like, yo, I am about to explode in another way. And one reason I didn't want to do that because my father, he's been locked up since I've been 2-3 months old. So there was examples set in front of me that I didn't want to go that route, because if I knew if somebody got the best of me, somebody gonna feel it. And when they feel this pain, it's like everybody's mad till I get mad. So I continued to smoke to numb my pain. And it just kept numbing and numbing and numbing. So I began to like abuse it over time, not even realizing it. It was to the point where if I'm traveling, I'm like, man, I'm taking weed with me. I'm taking weed on the plane with me. You tripping. I've done it multiple times. And I'm like, bro, I'm thinking to myself now, like, yo, you really ready to risk your freedom over a high? And I never even spoke on it just like getting high, because I looked at it as weed heighten your frequency opposed to alcohol, which lowers your frequency. And me, I looked at it as a mind state. I'm smoking, it keeps me at this balanced mind state of staying calm and seeing things for what they are and allowing myself to make conscious decisions, to see things from a different perspective, and to not allow myself to make some bad decisions that'll put me in jail or to get me killed or somebody else killed. And looking back on it now, it's like, yo, you're tripping. Like, I didn't see that as a problem back then, but it was. Because it wasn't just medicine for me anymore. It became a crutch. It became something I leaned on instead of facing whatever I needed to. But it got to a space in this past, like I'm 14 days in. 14 days in, well now it's 15 days. I'm proud of that. I tried different options, even going to the option of edibles. Tried that to relax. But then my body is like, I'm getting used to this, so let me get more edibles. It's like, nah, this ain't right. But I kept ignoring all the signs, spiritual signs, man, having dreams. Remember one dream I had where I was smoking in a dream. They say like weed is like gas. Inside of this blunt was actual like gasoline. Like really gasoline. And I woke up like everything was just coughing all in here like I was choking. And the first thing I did when I got up, I went to go smoke. Subconsciously, yo, what are you doing, bro? You got the messages, you got the signs, and yet you're still going back. I was in a cycle. I was in a huge cycle. So I had to find a way to break out of it. And until recently, I had to look at myself in the mirror. It's like, yo, this is it. You're losing everything. Until you start showing, my friend Ray told me that. She was like, until you start showing yourself love in a proper way, universe and God is going to take everything you love away from you. And it's to the point now where I don't even have full custody of my kids. That hurt me deeply. Full custody of the kids, child support crazy. It's like, bro, like I'm doing the best I can here just to try and I'm still healing from, like right now my pain is at like a 20 out of 10 when I'm managing. Get down. I heard him crying too much. I ain't like that. But the pain sometimes is unbearable. But I realized, I know a long time ago, like the body can heal itself, but you have to give it that chance, the opportunity to do it. And I wasn't doing that. So my phone did not disturb very fast, so people gonna be hitting me. I wasn't giving myself the time to heal because I was using a crutch, using a huge crutch, and it feels good to be in this space now. It really does, because my mind is so much clearer. I'm able to navigate through life a bit different. Like I've been up since it's 7:47 right now, 7:47 a.m. January 10th. I've been up since 4:20, 4:15. No alarm clock. But my mind, how my mind moves, so many creative ideas come, but I've allowed myself not to push towards certain things because I'll fall into a space of just trying to keep calm, trying to numb myself from this reality. And I'm just tired of it. I just know for me to be in a space where I want to be, I had to get rid of it. Now again, if I had managed this differently, if I had used it as medicine and had enough self-discipline, maybe I wouldn't have been here. At the same time, I'm grateful to be here because I know there are many people that are trying to get out of the situation of smoking weed for many different reasons, and they don't know how, or they are scared to even talk about it or scared to step out of it because that's what they're conditioned to do. I'm here to tell you, man, it's worth it. Again, I'm not knocking nobody that does smoke, because some people can handle this. Some people can smoke, get done what they need. They can use it as a reward for themselves. At the end of the night, you smoke and just vibe and just be you. I was past that. For me, it was like, all right, you're going to get up. You wake up, walk my dog. We gonna go smoke. Before I eat, I'm gonna go smoke. When I get done eating, I'm gonna go smoke. Before I go to bed, I'm gonna go smoke. Somebody piss me off, I'm gonna go smoke. If I had a big celebration, something good happened, what we gonna do? We gonna go smoke. Like, I didn't see this. Like, you don't see this as a problem, bro? This ain't medicine no more. It's not even recreational use. This is like, you're abusing this. And I'm able to take self-accountability to say that out loud and to speak on it publicly, because this explains where I am right now. And I'm able to make those changes. I'm happy to make these changes to put myself in the right position, because I got to get right for my kids more than anything. There's, like I said, there's so much stuff that happened after that gunshot that have molded me for the person I am now. Like, all the messages that I've put out in the public, they came from a real place. And a lot of those places came from me sitting and smoking. And me just sitting there in my mind, like, yo, you really want to crash out? From betrayal from friends, from betrayal from loved ones, from people taking advantage of you, from manipulation to trauma, losing your brother, losing close friends. Like, the storms was coming. Like, when I say the storms that I've been through, these storms aren't regular storms. In the beginning, I used to ask, yo, why am I going through these storms? Like, what did I do to even be here? Like, it ain't no way. Like, I show so much love to people. And I do it without anything in return, no expectations. But yet, I keep getting these storms that are really, really tough to navigate. Then I start changing my questions. How can I get through this storm? Why am I strong enough of a person to be able to withstand these storms? And I started to realize, like, hey, you are put through these for a huge reason. Yeah, you're a big soldier. You're a strong soldier that can really experience these things and analyze it and able to help others get through these situations. But it ain't gonna work if you don't own it. It ain't gonna work if you keep going back and smoking, trying to run from these things, trying to run from these problems. At some point, we're gonna take some accountability for you and your own actions. Sad it took a long time to do so, but it's all right. Now, I tried before. Tried to stop smoking before. I think the most I went was like 3 days. And my face was hurting so bad. I was like, man, F that. Yo. Hey, yo, pull up. I need a 7. Now I'm back in the cycle. Now, in the beginning, I was just wasn't using papers. It was just, I put in like them glass pipes and smoked that way. Then I started going to papers. No, I went to backwoods. And when the backwoods it hit, I'm like, yo, these joints is hitting. Like, you can just feel the dopamine hit a certain way. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm really escaped out of this reality at this point. And it felt good. Because it's like the internal pain and stuff that I was going through, I kept quiet about a lot of things. Because when I opened up to certain people, they would somehow turn it against me and take it to social media or they wouldn't really understand what was fully going on. And it's like, yo, like, why would you hurt me in this way when you know what's going on? But you're still trying to tear me down when you know I'm going through so much shit. It made me want to go another route. But again, my pop was in jail. Since my pop is still in jail, prison, life, no parole. So if I make certain decisions, I knew where I'm going to be. And it got to some points, I was cool with it. But then I go look at my daughter journey. I look at my son, and they save me from making some really dangerous decisions. And I'm grateful for that alone. And when they're around me, like, they've never seen me smoke. My mom, remember, she found out I smoked. She was crying. I was like, "What you crying for?" Like, it's just weed. It's just weed. But remember, she said to me, she's like, "I know people get addicted. I know it's medicine, but people get addicted to it." I was like, "Mom, I'm not getting addicted. Like, chill out. Chill out, bro." Like, that's what I wanted to say to her. Like, come on, bro, chill out. And I thought I was going to be strong enough to withstand everything. Lord beholds, I'm not as strong as I thought I was. To the outside looking in, I'm one of the strongest individuals. Maybe I am, but even this, it just feels like there's something strong to do. But I'm just trying to be authentic as possible. Not trying, I am. It's a tough situation. In the first, before New Year hit, first couple days I had my kids here. They were here for about 2 weeks. To mind you, again, I don't have custody of them. There was so much stuff going on that I didn't even know it was a court date for real. Like, I didn't know the exact date. I missed it. Got a call, "Hey, your kids are going." They ex-wife got custody of the kids. I'm like, "Wow, you people are trying to, like, break me." Like, I love my kids to death. I'm just really trying to pick myself up to be in the right space, to get back. So I can't even say normal. I don't believe I ever have a normal life. Normal to me is completely different. They were here in the first 2 days. I'm like, why would you do this right now? Kids are going to be kids. My daughter running around. Dad, while I'm trying to get work done here, got my daughter running around messing with me. I'm like, bro, let me finish this work so I can get this in the right space. I was being cranky, extremely cranky. And I know other people can relate to that too. Like, why are you so cranky today? Oh, I ain't smoked today. Of course you cranky. It's like, bro, something got to change. You don't see this as a problem? It's not for everybody, but for me, it became a problem. And my daughter, she told my mom, she was like, "Daddy's been mean." I was like, "I don't mean it. I'm just really trying to better myself for all of us." I just asked for patience with you guys. And I remember she came in here, and I was like, "Jern, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be this way at all. I'm just going through so much, and I'll get better. I promise." Gave me a big hug, gave me a kiss, and I was like, all right. That night, I woke up sweating like crazy. Like, I didn't wake up. I can feel my body sweating. And I said, "Yo, you're going through withdrawal. You're going through withdrawal." But I knew my mind was strong enough to be like, we gonna get through this. I had enough. Because smoking like this, because I abused it, it robbed me of my discipline. Like, I used to move a certain way, get stuff done, determined to do certain things. Because I smoked so much, it became the laziness got in there, or I would try to use it as like, all right, I'm gonna get my creative bag. Like the movie How High, right? Like How High, when they smoked, it was like they was getting information, they was getting knowledge, getting connected to spirits or whatever was there so they can kind of enhance the situation. But then when they kept smoking, it was like they was chasing that feeling. But your body gets so adapted to it, then you need more. You need more. Like a clean high or smoking with this papers was it's a different type of feeling. But when you start adding like the tobacco in, backwoods, it was hitting different. I'm like, yeah, we good. Then I realized I'm like, I'll get done smoking, want to go do some work. I don't even feel like working. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go try to just meditate real quick. But then I realized even that wasn't the same. The spirituality side was different. I was like, yeah, we gotta get out of this. So I had to make some change, and around like say like January 3rd, I was like, yo, I'm in some pain. I'm in a shitload of pain. Like it was to the point where my eye was just like this. And I'm like, we gonna get through this. We gonna get through this. And a couple of days later, I'm like, I don't even have the urge to smoke anymore. And it feels good. It feels extremely good. It's like things that help. Like I will go start cleaning around the house. I'll go ride the skateboard. And people who follow me on Instagram, they know I be on that skateboard a lot. Around the time I was smoking, I'll go smoke, hop on the skateboard, and just be in my own world. Because of the things that were happening in my life, that the storms, like I said, these weren't regular storms. These like Hurricane 5, Hurricane 6 type vibes. It's not even a Hurricane 6, but that's what it felt like. It was deep. But again, I felt myself still running. Cowardly running. Like, you can't do this forever, my guy. Like, we not going to go through this year and continue on this cycle. Continue on this hamster wheel. You got to get the hell off, make some changes within you. Because you experienced enough of this where you know what to do. I said it's not even about being right or wrong. It's all about cause and effect here. And for me, the problems I was going through, the big issues, I think mainly like the divorce took a huge toll on me. Like when I left crib, it was like signed over the house. Like no type bread. I think I had like $70 in my name leaving the crib. And I was grateful for some good friends to help. My friend Jay Nasty. I had one friend that helped me out. I never like asking nobody for a dime. That's just not me. So if I ask for anything, it's like, yo, I really truly need it, or I'm going through things that I don't really know how to handle because I keep things so quiet and everybody always come to me for help and guidance. But I never really gave anybody, well, I didn't really have it, the guidance around me. I had to learn a lot of stuff on my own. When I did talk to people, close friends, they would turn their backs on me and just betray on another level. I'm like, this is why I don't talk to nobody. Like, my heart is so pure. You did this to me. It's like, I want to hurt you at this point. But I see the bigger picture with things. I knew I couldn't do that. So I just go smoke. Sit there, my hands is shaking. My mind is staying calm. Like, you gotta relax. Because if I make a move, it's not gonna be nice. It was to the point, there were times where I'm like, I see where people go off the deep end ready to hurt people. And me at that stage, I was like, I get it. Even to the point of deep depression. To the point I would go look out for therapists. Then I'm not reached out to one therapist like 6 times. Like, yo, you got free service. Like, I really need help. Like, I'm running out of options. I need help. Can you help me? They didn't return back. So I was like, okay, let me go smoke some more. We're going to figure this shit out. Then I'll be sitting out there going through stuff. And then I'll come back in. Oh, I don't like the way you smell. I'm like, yo, you don't know what the hell I'm going through. Like, I'm trying everything possible. It's helping me, but it's not helping me. I don't want to keep doing this, but this is the only thing I know right now. When I open up to people, they flip it on me. So it's like, yo, what are you supposed to do? And then while that's going on, people will hit me up for guidance, and I'm put the face on, put the smile on, and I'll be happy to give them guidance from my experiences. Always talking to I and I type of conversation. And the advice I would give them is the advice that I know that I will have to take in myself. But once they leave, face come back off. They be gonna smoke that day. And I just sit in silence. I just sit there for hours, for days, beating myself up like, how did we get here? Why is this happening? It was some deep moments. And then I would try to go do some work. Like, the bike life scene is one of the things that have helped me so much. Like, I put out videos consistently hiding behind my emotions, because that was my paradise. Even when I couldn't be on a bike or I'm not around any packs, I would just make the videos to help me escape from this reality. And I knew how much it would help other people. Despite whatever I was going through, I still wanted to help others. So that's what I did. But now, since I'm at this place, I'm remembering my dreams deeply, to the point where they making so much sense, and I'm connecting the dots, allowing myself to align with the proper people and proper entities, proper situations, for me to grow and evolve the best way that seeks fit for me in my life. And it's to the point I would even go play ball. Before I go play ball, I'm smoking. Still get buckets. I wasn't getting buckets, but I was doing okay. After the game, knowing you tired, you barely breathe, maybe smoking again. Forget that. I was abusing it. So I cut myself off cold turkey. I'll be not doing it. I'm done with it. Not even until, because I may not go back. If I do, it'll only be for medical use, but I have to have my discipline back to a certain point where I feel comfortable within me and what I'm doing, how I'm moving, that it's like, all right, you are busting your ass to do what you need to do. You're disciplined, you're structured. You in some pain today, or here's some medicine. Right now, alternative for me right now, because it is a medical benefit for me. I was going to go get edibles. I said, nope, no edibles, because then I'm gonna start taking the edibles crazy, and I just know me. I know how I move. I know how I operate. And I've tried that before, and I'm like, all right, well, we take one edible. Nah, we popping the whole pack. And I'm able to manage. Like, I'm able to be cool. We're not doing that. So there's a dispensary not too far. They have like some marijuana lotion. I'm gonna use that for my face to try to help out with the pain. And that way it's like I'm not affecting my internal system. And praying that will help. I'm praying that will help. You know, it's wild because when I first got on this, I could have had the marijuana license. I didn't want to get it, being stubborn. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. But then I'm used to using that as a crutch. But yet, I kept using it as a crutch anyway. I know a lot of people in this lifetime are going through very similar situations. Like they want to get off. They want to get off the hamster wheel. They want to stop. They want to get something. They want to try a new lifestyle. You'll know when it's time. But you have to go through some tough times in the beginning. Train your mind to get through it. Put yourself around the proper people to help you become the better version of you. If you are one of the ones in my shoes that have abused it, that have not just using it for medicine, because it is medicine. It is a natural herb. Again, I'm not knocking anybody that uses it. But when you get to a point where it's not medicine anymore, you're abusing it, where it now becomes a true drug. A drug is anything used, like overly used to the point like it's being detrimental to your system, being detrimental to you. Drugs can be these cell phones. A drug can be alcohol, porn. Drugs come in many forms. For me personally, marijuana was a big drug to me. I was addicted to it. Addicted to the dopamine. The same thing with these phones. Many people get on these phones, these scrolling. The dopamine you're getting through each post, your body get addicted to that. And after a while, I know, for me personally, I would smoke and I'm scrolling on the phones, and it's to a point where I'm just scrolling, where I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at. I'm looking at a blur, but I'm getting dopamine. It's like, yo, you gotta get off this wheel. To the point where I just want to shut the phone down and toss the phone across the room, because I know deep down this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, but yet I'm here. Felt like that many times smoking, especially when tragedy hit. That's when it really started to hit me different. When I lost my brother, lost my friend Reg B, lost my uncle, and the pain that I was experiencing, like, yo, what else can life hit me with? Losing the divorce, which I really feel like now that was a blessing in disguise. But the aftermath of how that person's treating you when you give nothing but love to this person, nothing but love to the situation, but it feels like a lightning bug, like you kill a lightning bug, but that's not enough. Let me stomp on you and smear you on the ground. Need to see the light on the ground. That's what I feel like was happening. But yeah, I wouldn't disrespect back. In the moment I would stand up for myself, more knives came, more stabbing. I'm like, God damn, bro. The moment I show emotions, it's like I'm condemned. I'm the worst guy in the world. So then I would go smoke to try to numb that feeling, numb that pain. Then it's to the point where I was smoking so much, I'm like, yo, this shit not working. Let me go light another one. It's not working. Put me the hell to sleep. I don't want to be here no more. These are the feelings I was experiencing. But I got through it. And it's crazy because when I would take those naps, go to sleep after smoking, I would wake up and like, yo, everything is still here, bro. Like I wanted to make a skit on that. Like different entities around you were just saying, like, all right, you got to do this. Here's your responsibilities. Here's the things you have to do. Here's the people that you are having issues with. Here's the problems that's going on. Man, F all that. I'm going to sleep. Take me out. Take me out of this reality. Let me smoke it up until I am numb. Go to sleep. Yeah, it would reset. Wake up the next day. Entity still there. Yo, what's up, boy? We still here. What's up? Yeah, let me go spark up, man. I'm going to numb my feelings for you. I'm going to get through this day. Numb with a smile on my face. Learn what I can. But we're going to numb these feelings. So a lot of the messages that you guys are seeing, they come from there. Like, they come from real places on figure out ways on what I've done to prevent me from making some really, really bad decisions. And the way my mind goes is some decisions, some thoughts that I don't even want to speak on. But that's come from just having a good heart, a genuine soul, and being around people that take your kindness for weakness. And I've tried my hardest I haven't tried, I've done my hardest not to make any bad decisions, to be there for my kids, because I know I didn't have a chance to be there with my father. My father's been locked up again since I've been 3 months old. Me and him now, we have some of the best relationships ever. We talk almost every day. For my son, I tell him all the time, like, yo, I didn't have these conversations. I never had these experiences with my dad. So for me to have this conversation with you, I'm doing the best I can. And I'm going to always be here for you. I'll take a sacrifice, whatever that may be, to make sure that I am here, the best father that I can be for you. Now, because I've been smoking so much financially, it hasn't been there. So it's like, okay, why? Because it's still going back to your roots of hiding. You're running. You're being a coward, my guy. You're better than this. And I was talking to him about it recently. I told him a while ago, like, okay, this is medicine for me. Like, my face is hurting. And I would never do it around them. They would never see it. I'll go out somewhere, smoke, come back, be a dad. But I'm like, at some point, I know y'all can probably smell it. I know you can feel my energy is off. I'm like, yo, we gotta do better. So I had to make a decision within me first. Enough is enough. And it's been a journey. Big reason why I named my daughter Journey. Matter of fact, her birthday is on the 29th of this month. I'm looking forward to seeing her smile. She's one of the big reasons I'm here to this day. Like, I don't think y'all understand, like, them suicidal thoughts that was another situation that saw. There was so much pain one day where I was like, I'm about to be out. Take me out. I'm gone. Again, I'm isolated so much where it's like, I didn't even know how to ask for help. And when I did, get smacked in the face or open it up to the wrong people that threw it back in your face or lost respect for you for just being vulnerable, being human. It's tough. Extremely tough. But in this situation, I put myself through therapy. I ended up turning the camera on. I've yet to watch this video. I think I talked about it on Instagram a while ago. I turned the camera on and was like, we just gonna talk. Like, ask yourself these questions. What's wrong? How did we get here? Tears will fall like crazy. And at that moment, I felt like, damn. I was on a breaking point. I was in the darkest space, but I'm able to pull myself out if I have enough strength to pull myself up. I've seen what it's like. I felt what it's like. And I felt deep sadness because when I got out of it, I said a lot of people would not be able to make it out of this. And that alone brought more tears. So I'm like, I see how people go through these suicidal moments and how they don't make it. And I was grateful that I was able to experience that moment to be like, yo, you know what? I can have deep empathy for people who are going through different things because I've been there. You don't know because I don't voice it. I don't say nothing. I don't show it. Again, I'm very good at hiding emotion. But the fact that I can go in that deep depression state and suicidal state, and to understand that many will not have that same power to pick themselves up, was extremely hurtful. So me putting this type of video out is ways to help, like, hey, you're not alone. You just have to make some personal changes within you to give yourself the chance to blossom. Give yourself the chance to be in the right rooms, be in the right situations to help yourself grow. But it starts with you. You gotta want to do it yourself. And it comes with just self-acknowledgement, self-accountability. You know, some people can, I know me, like I was like, hey, this ain't gonna happen to me. Yeah, it can. Don't ever think it can't happen to you, because it can. And I feel like often I leaned on it so much for the creative vibes. If I go play on the piano over here, if I'm going to edit, let me get in my zone and just work. Now that works for some people, and that worked for me in the past. But again, I started abusing it to the point where it was always just here. No matter how much I smoke, I'm just here. And the sadness would kick in out of nowhere. And I would get antsy with certain things. I remember it got to a point, every video that I would almost finish, I would be extremely excited about. As I get to like 80%, 90% done the visual, I'm like, all right, let me go. My hands are sweating. My palms are sweating. Let me go out and go smoke right fast to calm my nerves and come back and finish. That would just make the process longer, because then I'm going to go to sleep after this. My mind wasn't strong enough. I wasn't disciplined enough to make the proper actions to do what I needed to do. Again, this is just my experience. And I have a lot of ways to help others get out of whatever feelings that they're going through with this. Because again, I don't condemn anybody for smoking weed. If anybody was to smoke, I would encourage you not to use tobacco. That's a whole different vibe. That's where the addiction of nicotine comes in, and it alters everything. And if you were to just smoke, try to use papers, just go natural. But just be aware of what you're doing, and if you have enough self-discipline to handle it, then do you. Anybody I'm around that's going to see this, if you ever see me, hey, don't feel no type of way. If you smoke around me, cool. That's going to be another test for me. Because again, I'm always dolo. I'm either in this lab, or I'm with my kids, or I'm on a job somewhere shooting a video or a photo shoot or something. Another test for me is when I get around people, how am I going to be able to say no? And I believe my mind is strong enough to do so. I know my mind is strong enough. I don't even want to go off hope anymore. Because it's something that I have to do for me. I have to get myself right to be the best version of myself for anybody I encounter. Mainly my kids. Again, I'm at a place I don't have custody of the kids right now. And that alone, like I remember going outside, like getting that news. I'm like, yo, when was the court date? Like, I remember going outside, sitting out, looking at the sky, smoking for 2 hours. And I felt no different from when I first went out. That's when I knew, I'm like, okay, everything has been stripped from you. Everything you love has been stripped from you until you start showing yourself some love and respect. You're a highly intelligent being, but you're allowing this substance to prevent you from blossoming. And I had enough. Even financially, if I ain't had a proper bread, I'm like, yo, whatever happened, I'm gonna get some weed today. And I remember I seen a couple posts. It was like, what do some people that don't have no money, what are they always gonna have? Weed? And I'm like, yeah, because motherfuckers is stressing. And that dopamine is real. Like, that dopamine really can help you just numb through life. But if you don't have control of that numbness it's dangerous. Like, there's a reason A huge reason why all of us are here. Everyone has a big purpose. And I refuse to be a statistic or a person that's just allowing life to take control of them. I'm not going to allow the day run me no more. I'm going to run my day. And I'm going to do it with a smile on my face, and I'm not hiding nothing. Be authentic as possible and do what I got to do. This is a big journey that I'm on, and I guess I'm grateful. This is done. I'm going to work on the ebook. Probably drop it right after this. If it's not in the bio already, the ebook will be in the description. At some point, if not now. But put the ebook out to help others get through this. And maybe if anybody need any help too, and then I'm 15 days in, I'm going to keep going. This has become my lifestyle at this point. Because I can no longer move the same way I was moving. I want to enjoy life in its full. Enjoy life for what it is and not numb my emotions. I even made a whole track called Numb. And a whole video talking about numbing your emotions. You can't numb your emotions forever. It's not healthy. So, yeah. Just know I'm going to be cool. I am grateful for all the opportunities that I'm dealing with right now. And the things I'm going through. I'm going to keep pushing. But them changes had to be made. And I'm grateful to be able to make these changes. With a calm mind. With a clear mind. Especially my dreams now. Like, when I go to sleep now, it's like I'm looking forward to it because I know I've done enough now here in this reality. So when I go to sleep, it's like the messages are extremely vivid. I remember my last 5 dreams in detail, everything. And then as soon as I go to sleep in that dream, I close my eyes, I'll wake up in this reality. And I'll just smile like I know what to do. And ain't nothing gonna hold me back except me. And that ain't happening no more. You dig? But I pray that this helps people, whoever's watching this. As I go through this journey, I might talk about it maybe a couple more times. And I'm gonna work on the ebook and drop that. But find people that's close to you that you can confide in. Go outside, exercise, go walk. Go ground yourself in nature. Just go be. Try not to use external substances to numb your emotions, to numb your pain. That pain and tribulations are there for big reasons. The more you put it to the side and numb it, that numbness could come from alcohol, numbness could come from weed, numbness could come from so many different things. Sometimes you just gotta face it and learn what you need to learn and allow those emotions to flow through you. Analyze what you need to analyze and learn and just move forward. Be in the present, be in the now. One thing I'm learning, I say this all the time, but I haven't really preached it. I haven't really practiced it myself because I've been smoking for so long, hiding, cowardly running. But not anymore, my guy. I know I'm highly favored. I'm thankful. I'm thank you for all the encouragement that people have given. Like I said, I'm not even going to speak on some of the things that have, like a lot of other things that got me to this place that have like really changed me as a person. But just know that me getting shot is not top 5 on my list. And that's somebody trying to murder you. So if that's not top 5, you can only imagine other things that have happened. But again, I know I am equipped for whatever is coming. The storms are always going to come. That's life. If I'm on this sea of emotions, this sea of life, when these storms hit, either I need to know how to navigate this ship because I am the captain. And if this ship sinks, I damn sure better learn how to swim. If I cannot swim, I better learn how to float. If I am not floating, I better have a floating device. But if I'm still breathing at the end of the day, we got through the storm. And we ready for another one if it comes down to it. But in the midst of that, that sun will shine again. And when it does, enjoy every moment of it. Now when the storms come again, you'll be prepared. You'll smile through them, you'll laugh. That's when it comes to dancing in the rain. I am the epitome of that. I don't even know if that's a proper word, but I've danced in many storms. Now I'm messing around and hit the moonwalk on the ocean now in the middle of these storms. So, I'm going to leave it here, y'all. This is one of those raw, authentic videos. I thank you for listening. Thank y'all for just paying attention. And I pray that whatever I say in this video can help somebody else get through whatever they're going through. And if you know me, feel free to reach out. And I'll do my best to respond to help the best way I can. Again, I give unconditional love. Even with people that try to hurt me, I still love y'all. But I gotta love you from a distance. You know? Remove all the hatred from your heart. Remove all the maliciousness. And just be you. Peace and love.